Hello, 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 it's coffee time and we go to the Daily Mail website and see what's happening in the news. Breaking. Jeremy Hunt, that's not rhyming slang, he's the Chancellor now, isn't that amazing? Again, in the old days, do you remember the good old days when politicians used to be in their jobs for like long periods of time? You know, Geoffrey Howe, you know, Lawson, you know, used to be chancellors for ages. Now it's like a revolving door, isn't it? It's like a revolving door at number 11. Jeremy Hunt is the Chancellor now, and he's unveiled his new thing, a 110-point plan, they reckon, to boost UK growth. And it's the autumn statement he's given. And there's a lot to get through. There's a lot. He's cut the rate of national insurance. The state pension's going to raise by 8.5%. I'm just hanging in there for my pension. Benefits are going up by 6.7%. National living wage rise to 9.8%. There you go. Everyone's a winner. And he declared that the economy is back on track. Dishy Rishi doesn't have to call an election till next December. Because that's the 5-year term done. This is good. I don't normally cover this stuff, but I like it when they expose horrible people. Apparently there was a pro-Palestinian activist tearing down posters of kidnapped children. Right? There is a video. But I'm just hoping. Oh no, there is no advert break. So here we go. That's good. Desktop window. Here we go. Busted. So yeah, she's not a very nice person, and they busted her. And thanks to social media and the Daily Mail, they've revealed who this person is. She's Italian artist Anna Lurini, and she said she was cleaning off the street as she tore down posts of kidnapped Israeli children in North London, and then made an anti-Semitic remark at a passer-by. And here she is. The dog's face is like, "Get me away from this loon! Get me away from this loon!" Again, not a very nice person. Again, it's terrible. Here's a better close-up of the madness. There you go. There's the face of madness. Again, we must talk about the murdered Jewish and kidnapped Jewish children, as well as the murdered Palestinian children too. It's all equal. And apparently she is an artist who's had exhibitions in Fitzrovia, the Fitzrovia Gallery, and is featured in Vogue. And I don't know about you, but I think I could do better than that. And I'm crap. I mean, piss artist more like. So there you go, busted. Be nice. Have you got bags under your eyes? Bags? I've got suitcases. Apparently, here's advice from dermatologist Dr. Christina Somadakis. They say we might not like this advice. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm gorgeous. So I'm up for any health and beauty tips I can get these days, because none of us are getting any younger. Though I was mistaken for a 40-year-old. Someone insulted me, said, "Look at him, 40-year-old." I said, "I'm 52. I love it when people get all ageist on you. But anyway, where were we? Dermatologist Dr. Christina Somadakis warns that this is not one solution. She says there are many causes for dark rings under the eyes, including genetics, anatomy, vasculature, lymphatics, and the quality, age and pigmentation of the skin itself. Because it's a very delicate area, it's very thin, isn't it? Dark circles particularly affect people of Indian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern and Far East Asian origins. and the process begins in childhood, she explains. Oh, that was aesthetic ocular plastic surgeon Dr. Sabrina Shah Desai. Right, so can we get rid of them? What can we do? What can we do? She says skincare can play an important role in minimising the bags and dries, but she recommends avoid caffeine and alcohol, as those are both stressors to the body and cause dehydration. Sleep is important. Oh, that's it, isn't it? Get 6 to 8 hours sleep. 6 to 8 hours sleep. And smoking can deplete the body of vital antioxidants and dry out the skin, leaving it looking dull. Well, I don't have that problem. And you've got to stay hydrated. And you've got to remove all your makeup carefully. And I will be very carefully removing my makeup because it takes a lot of makeup. I have a team of beauticians on hand before I come on to make me look this good. It's true. It's true. So there you go. But basically, you got rings under your eyes. Yeah. Anyway. What else have we got? Is there anything good here? A lot about the budget. But you know, we don't need to know about that, do we? Some horrible news. Then Amazon news, Black Friday. I don't know if you've been following this. This has been interesting. OpenAI. You know, the people that are, I think, are they responsible for Chat GPT? I'm not sure. But anyway, there's been lots of company brouhaha because the board fired the CEO, Sam Altman. And then Microsoft said, hey, come over here, Sam. We'll take you on. But his firing caused the company to be, what can I say, destabilised. Everyone threatened to quit. And so now they've rehired him again. And this all happened in the space of 5 days. It's really quite bizarre. And again, this is something they're going to make a movie of. Yeah, OpenAI are responsible for ChatGPT. And this is Sam Altman, who was hired by Microsoft and then dramatically rehired back by OpenAI. Wow. It's enough to make your head spin. But yeah, they fired him. Weird. Fired him from his own company. But it didn't work out well for them. What else have we got? This is going back to the story of Dave Courtney. Dave Courtney was a big figure in, I don't know, the gangster community. He was a hard man, appeared in many things, was again modelled on in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels by Vinnie Jones. They modelled that character on him. And he passed away after supposedly, again, you have to be careful what you say on YouTube because I don't like certain words. Ending himself, I guess, yeah, with a gun. The thing is there's mystery. There's a mystery, right? There's an inquest into his death going on at the moment. And it's left several unanswered questions, right? Firstly, there was a phone call at 3:30 in the morning from Courtney to a friend, right, which he made shortly before he took his own life, they reckon. But they don't know who he called. It's a mystery, right? Secondly, the bullet casing of the bullet that killed him is missing. It's not there. They don't know where it is, you see. But yeah, the mobster was suffering with prostate cancer and arthritis, which left him in terrible pain. And yeah, he's supposedly shot himself in the head with a 9mm pistol. at his home in Plumstead. But yeah, on 21st October he was happy and chirpy after watching his beloved Charlton beat Reading 4-0. And he went to the pub to watch England lose to South Africa. That's probably what done it at the rugby before the incident happened. But it's a mystery. Where did the bullet casing go? But yeah, 8 videos that were filmed in the early hours of the 22nd of October were found on Courtney's mobile phone. They show Courtney saying goodbye to relatives, including his son, daughter and ex-wife, making clear his intentions. Last July, the reformed gangster made a video lasting up to 5 minutes in which he explained to the public his intention to take his own life. But yeah, so toxicology reports are still ongoing, as so they can set a date for a full inquest. This is only a preliminary inquest, but I wonder where the bullet casing went, or is it a mystery? No, he probably the police probably just, unless it's a donut, they can't find they can't find their arse with both hands these days, can they? Going to Russia. And this is the fallout of Putin's war. Again, earlier in the year, because there was a lack of soldiers. I think it goes back to last year as well, doesn't it? They released prisoners to fight against the Ukraine forces, and one of them was Mikhail Popov. Here he is. Lovely chap. He's known as the werewolf, right? And he's a serial killer. And it's said that he's murdered 86 women, right? Victims aged 18 to 50. Right? Well, he fought in the war, and now Vladimir Putin has said he can get out of jail early. Yeah, he's volunteered, and he's hoping that Putin will release him early. He's already pardoned other criminals that have fought, but they reckon that his death toll, his true murder toll, is closer to 200, with further trials on the horizon. So yeah. Yeah, he's been in prison for 10 years, and yeah, his intention is to join the fight and maybe have his sentence shortened. No, they can't allow that to happen, can they? That can't be a thing. Surely not. What else have we got? But it just shows you how desperate they are, if they do accept him in here. Meghan Markle news? No. Meanwhile, Chancer news. This is Mark Hilton of Dartford in Kent. Here he is. And what was he up to? Well, he tried, and I say tried, to sue for £600,000 after claiming a work injury left him so debilitated and disabled he couldn't even pull up his own underpants. Yes, Hilton from Dartford in Kent suffered soft tissue injuries when a heavy fuel hose fell on him as he filled a tanker while working as a driver for Elliot Thomas Group back in July 2015, and he was suing for £600,000 in compensation. Yeah, he said he couldn't dress himself, lift a cup of tea with his right hand, and needed a Zimmer frame to walk. Now again, if you're going to do this kind of scam, you got to be good. And here they've described him as inept. He's an inept insurance fraudster. It didn't go well because a private investigator tailed him and caught him walking his dog, going Christmas shopping in IKEA, fixing his car, and visiting the West Ham store in Stratford. Obviously, he pulled his own pants up before he went out. So his claim was thrown out of court by the judge, and now, after he admitted contempt of court, he's facing a £150,000 bill and a 10-month jail sentence for his false and grossly exaggerated claim. Sentencing and handling him the costs bill for the case, Mr. Justice Constable said, "This was the most calculated, if ineptly executed, attempt at defrauding insurers." Don't give him a jail sentence. Just call him inept. Is painful enough. He initially lodged a modest claim for compensation, but then ultimately claimed for more than $600,000. And this has been going on for a long time. The shortest term of custody I can impose is a period of 10 months imprisonment. So there you go, in the clink, and one hefty lawyer's bill. Meanwhile, the court did hear that Mr. Hilton will not have the funds to pay. Oh dear, that's a shame. Just keep him in jail for a long time. More jail. Oh, this is grim. This is the Elizabeth line. Now, again, for those of you who aren't from this neck of the woods, from London, you know the Elizabeth line took an enormous amount of time to open. It was delayed for many, many years. And if you go down there, this is at Liverpool Street Station, you'll see that whatever they've used for the fascia of the Elizabeth line, it leaves lovely, greasy, ghost-like outlines of people when they sit on the benches. It's grim, isn't it? You'd think it would be one of those stain-free surfaces. But it isn't. Here you go. Here it is illustrated again. That's at Tottenham Court Road. Talk about leave your mark. I mean, he isn't even pushed up against the thing there. It's just... Ugh. Yucky. Yucky. So yeah, it's dirty down there. Meanwhile, do you have trouble with delivery drivers? That's nothing compared to what Martin and Brenda Tizard from Morton are suffering. Here the couple. Here they are. And they're undergoing a lot of issues at their home on Lamford Avenue, and they've said they're exhausted and have lost count of how many parcels have been wrongly delivered to their home, saying that they're at their wits' end and miserable because they keep receiving parcels addressed to Boots the chemist. Yeah, and they can't understand why. Mr. Tizard said, the amount of times we've had to go to their Boots, we might as well be unpaid workers. And this is where it should go. Again, it's like, why are they bringing it to us when we are a residential home? So these boxes are too big, and God knows what's in them. I think some of these deliveries could be worth a lot of money. He added, my wife's got arthritis, and it does her no good keep hobbling over to the road to drop stuff off. We're really at our wits' end now. The Boots store opened in 2015 in a new shopping unit on their street, and since then the couple claim to have had at least 100 parcels incorrectly delivered to their home. Yeah. Mr. Tizard believes that it's due to Boots having a similar address to his own and being so close proximity. He sits down to the unit is called Unit 5, and I guess they live at number 5. Google Maps is also confused about the location of the Boots store. It labels the Tizard's home as the location of the Boots rather than the actual location up the street. So you can see what's going on. Meanwhile, Boots were approached for comment, but it didn't happen. Well, you know what you got to do, Mr. Tizard. Don't deliver their parcels. Don't deliver their parcels. Just keep them. But mind you, 100 parcels is going to be pretty big. But if you could, I don't know, keep them in your back garden in the rain, they'll come and get them one day, and that's it. They'll soon turn up and fix it. And what else have we got? Meanwhile, Earth has received the message laser beamed from 100 million miles away, NASA reveals. Can't be for us, can it? It's probably the wrong number. Whoops, the laser, they reckon, is perfectly harmless, and NASA say that aliens aren't to blame. The laser was beamed towards Earth by NASA's Psyche spacecraft, which is currently over 100 million miles away. So it's us. We beamed. Oh, thank God for that. I thought we were in trouble. With them. So we did it. And so yeah, this is the laser transceiver module before it went up that has beamed, but through the depths of space. They've managed to beam a laser back home. That's the story, isn't it? But they always put a spin on it. It's aliens what done it. It ain't aliens, it's us. Meanwhile, there's been a spike in people dying at home and being undiscovered. Experts from Oxford University and Imperial College Healthcare NHS Trust said the concerning trend showed social isolation was growing in the UK, particularly among men. Once it was an incredibly rare phenomenon. That's where people are discovered days, weeks, months, years after they've died, but it's increased 17-fold in 60 years. Now the funny thing is we're more connected. We've got mobile phones and the internet, computers, social media. If somebody drops off social media, you'd be concerned, but you just fall through the cracks now. They admit that their findings may only be the tip of the iceberg, with the state of decomposition seldom recorded on official death data. Researchers analysed data from the Office of National Statistics, identifying deaths where bodies were found in a state of decomposition. They studied those recorded as unattended deaths and those other ill-defined and unknown causes of mortality. So yeah, Dr. Estrian Sulu of Imperial College said many people would be shocked that someone can lie dead in their home for days, weeks, even longer without anyone raising an alarm. The increase in people found dead and decomposed suggests wider societal breakdowns, both formal and informal social support networks, even the pandemic. They're concerning and warrant urgent further investigation. I'm now going to blow your mind. Do you know the reason why? No one has their milk delivered anymore. In the old days, if there were 2 or 3 pints of milk on the doorstep, the neighbours called the police, right? Without any outward signs, or if you've got, some doors used to have, remember doors that had glass and you could see if the mail was building up. If you could see mail building up, they'd call the police. And that's the reason why. It's not societal breakdown, lack of milkmen. That's what it is. There you go. Solve that problem. Milk needs to be delivered. Meanwhile, Oxford goes green. Yes, Oxford Council has banned gas hobs and boilers in new homes in an effort to tackle climate change. When we know it's Elon and Bill Gates that's responsible for it. That other research, do you remember? It said it was it's all the millionaires, it's all the billionaires, it's all the oligarchs that are destroying the planet, not us. We did nothing wrong. So yeah, I don't know how you're going to. I don't know how you're going to cook your beans on toast now. It'll take forever and cost a fortune. What else have we got? we have, this is a, this, where is it? This is the Royal Tank Regiment, right? 100 soldiers of the Royal Tank Regiment celebrating the anniversary of the Battle of Cambrai in 1917. And it's only a 10-second clip, so I'm really hoping that there ain't an advert. There ain't an advert. Good. But a massive food fight ensued because the army, whoops, and it's like I said, it was only a, oh no, it's an advert. It was only a short clip. But yeah, one of the sergeant majors is pelted with a barrage of vegetables as he tried to stop it. Waste of food, isn't it? What about all the starving children in Africa? That's what their mothers would have said. Meanwhile, Chancer, we've got another Chancer here. This fella is Commander Luc Noel Larcher. Here he is. And how is he a Chancer? Well, it's revealed, right, that he is a French police chief. Sacre bleu. And he's in charge of stopping illegal migrants crossing the Channel to Britain, right? Apparently, the 56-year-old is accused of holding down a fictitious job on full pay and overtime within the elite CRS, that's the Republican Security Company. Right? The unit is meant to be spearheading the fight against illegal migration using £1 million provided by the British taxpayer. But police investigators are looking into the suspected abuse of public funds by Larcher that could lead to severe punishment, a spokesman for the Mur prosecutor. They've said his CRS-4 unit is a mobile one based near Paris, and they regularly head towards the northern beaches to stop inflatable dinghies. Right? But an official report leaked to them by the police, the Parisian and the France Info news outlets have reported that Larcher seldom joined them. Instead, for 14 years, he's been playing golf, which he practices daily, and enjoys swimming pools in hotels. It's been going on for so long, since 2009, that many of his colleagues do not even know what he looks like. On rare visits to the coast, he stays in a hotel well away from the other officers and spends his morning in his room. Really? So there you go. He's also claimed the equivalent of some £7,000 a year in mileage, saying he drives more than 28,000 miles from his home near Paris. I mean, he's on a good one, isn't he? He's on a good one. So yeah, that's an internal report. Now you know why they're getting across. He's probably being paid off. You know, he's probably been paid off by certain people to make sure that he doesn't attend these things. You know. What else have we got? Meanwhile, this is road rage. We've got road rage. And it is Asda hitting a car. Yeah, this is, you can see it again. This happened on the 21st of October this year. He's been rammed off the road by an Asda driver. Yeah, Eric Modrovics, who's been living with PTSD after serving in the Queen's Own Hussars, says he's got sleepless nights over the incident. He's driving on the A47 in Leicester when he was struck by an Asda van driver as the road merged from 2 lanes into 1. There you go. So, yeah, Asda drivers, a bit dangerous. It's not a good thing. And here he is. Here he is, Eric. I mean, you don't want to get slammed into like that. It's not good. What else have we got? Has it got? Did it say anything else? Is the guy been? Yeah, he said my car has been written off, and I've been without a car since the 23rd of October. But yeah, he said he started flashing his lights at me, and further down the road he started swerving. He had the opportunity to overtake me, but he swerved into my lane. I didn't overtake, and he went into the side of me. Yeah, his Peugeot 207 has been written off, and a legal representative from Asda has admitted liability. He said, I haven't got a sorry from Asda yet, and they owe me a new car. Asda were approached for comment, and they said they confirmed they're working on the claim with their insurers. That could take a long time. If he's lucky, he'll get one of those push scooters. That's what he'll get. But yeah, it's dangerous out there. Stay at home, folks. Just stay at home. Where are we? Got to scroll right down to the bottom. So we've done that one. Meanwhile, we have an update. We're going to the land of crazy. Who remembers Merivone Rocha Murray? Do you remember her? Her and her husband Marcello. Do you remember? Let me pull them up. As soon as you see the picture, you'll remember them. Do you remember them? Oh dear. Well, we've got a video, and there's an advert. BP EV. Just talk amongst yourselves. Just have a stretch. BP EV. Talking about oil and electric vehicles. Anyway, she's married to a doll. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah. And here they are. They're having a gender reveal party for their new baby. Isn't that good? I wonder what the gender's going to be. Oh, it's a girl. There you go. Aren't you happy? See, if you thought you was losing your mind, you're not. Oh dear, that was that's a second baby. Ah dear. She even had an ultrasound for the first one. That. It's all right. It's all right. It's just the world's a little bit crazy at the moment. It's okay. Meanwhile, shall we go to Hounslow, West London, to Aldi in Hounslow? This is on X. Shall we have a look? What's going on? Oh, I don't think so. I think we'll stay at home. Might want to avoid this one. Yeah, they were. This was. What can you say? Two women reached for the wrapping paper and tried to fight each other with wrapping paper. Desperate Aldi staff tried to intervene as the two women went at it. But yeah, so Mail Online has approached Aldi and the Metropolitan Police to say what exactly happened. But yeah, people commenting said, yeah, Christmas has started. It's almost like the Black Friday, isn't it, in America? But in America, they're fighting over, I don't know, widescreen TVs here, wrapping paper. So yeah, just stay at home. Don't go to Aldi, anyone. Meanwhile, health news. This is a strange one. We're going to Missouri. You alright? What happened? Sorry, it's just the dog. A 63-year-old patient was going in for routine colon cancer screening. Right, he was having a colonoscopy. That's where they put a camera inside, inside them. I think can it go in through the yeah. Anyway, and what did they find inside? Right, it reminds me of that song. Remember, there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. No one knows why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Yet they found a fly inside his intestines, like you do. This is going to get demonetised. And they've got a handy guide where it was. It was found in the colon. There you go. Maybe it was the hospital food. I don't know. But doctors say it's a mystery, right? How the insect got there, but it could be due to some contaminated lettuce the man ate before his appointment, right? Even though he'd had a 24-hour fast for the coloscopy, he had some lettuce before that, but he did not recall a fly being on his food. In rare cases, flies have laid eggs in fruits and vegetables that survive the stomach and are hatched in the intestines. This was published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology. It's a good one. It's a good read. It's a fun read, and yeah. And here's another picture of said fly. I think he's looking at the camera saying, "I'm surprised to see you here." What do you reckon? So there you go. So that's a good one. Meanwhile, so we do have a couple of animal stories. The first one, we're going to South Africa. Right, we're going to the Mkuzi Game Reserve, which is 180 miles north of Durban, where Spamandala Matembu, he works there. He was a patroller looking after the animals at the park, at the reserve. We do have a picture of him. He was crushed to death by a rampaging hippo that he was employed to look after. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. The dog's going off on one. Yeah, the victim and three of his colleagues were tracking a set of footprints on the back of a tip-off that poachers had entered the park and split into two groups. But they surprised a 3-ton hippo and was charged by the beast. Right. He opened fire in an attempt to scare off the animal, but when his colleagues ran to his aid, they found him gripped in the jaws of the hippo, and the wounds were fatal. So there we go. Very sad that. But those hippos, they are, well, incredibly dangerous, especially if they run at you. I don't think even shooting at them is necessarily going to scare them off. But we can have again, I don't know if this is a happy story. This is an unusual story. This is in Singapore, right? At the Kallang Basin. And it is some of the most amazing footage you're ever going to see. It's on Twitter. Will it run? No. Let me just see if I can pull it up on Twitter. Here we go. Ooh. Here we go. What this is, it's an otters. It's an otter family, and pretty impressive. And yeah, they're fighting against a rival family of otters. It's Otter Carnage, and yeah, they're having they're actually having a war. They're fighting. Right, getting stuck in. Look at it. It's a right Barney. It's a shame the picture quality isn't better, but that is Twitter for you. And yeah, it's a right Otter ding dong.
Lunch is ready.
Lunch is ready. So the dulcet tones of the missus. But yeah, two of Singapore's most famous otter families were embroiled in a bitter fight. And you know, I've got a picture of them on the bank. There you go. So who'd have thought, eh? Why can't we all just get along? Even the otters are fighting. Anyway, I've got to go because it's dinner time. 7 people in. AJ's in. Getting sleep and no caffeine. I guess I'll keep the rings. Me too. And D says hi. Hi. And thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know. You've got to drink it up. Ta-ta.